So there we go, you just spoke to Eliza. You'll notice she just kind of takes bits and keywords of what you're saying, just kind of almost spits it back out at you, trying to get you to analyse your own thoughts and stuff. It's just very superficial. You see, she didn't know what she was talking about. So what we're going to try next is Racter. So this is the Mac version of Racter from 1985. The DOS version came out in 1984. Now, Racter is basically an artificial intelligence program that generates English language prose at random. So this chatbot is more open to general discussion rather than being purpose-built to only book appointments and make reservations like Google Duplex is, or only be your annoying therapist like Eliza. So as you can see, this is more of an open discussion, what you're about to do now. You're going to be able to ask it any questions. Before it was basically you seeing a therapist
and becoming saying, worse.
Yeah.
Worse off in the end.
And it's trying to ask you your problems and stuff, but not really giving you much response. Racter and, Google Duplex is a bit like that in a way. It's purpose-built for one thing, making appointments, okay, making reservations. This, on the other hand, tries to be open. You can be like, oh, how many people are in the world? Or, you can ask it questions.
Will it know? Is it like, it'll just search on Google?
Well, it couldn't because this was 1985 that we're trying now, but technically
let's see how clever it is.
So this is 18 years more clever than Eliza.
Yeah.
Now, in 1983, a book was written entirely from an early unreleased version of this program. The book was titled The Policeman's Beard is Half Constructed, and apparently the book was published unedited, so it might be something to take a look into one day, because basically it was a book made by Racter. A computer wrote a whole book. The Policeman's Beard is Half Constructed. That's what the computer decided to title the book. Very dumb. Who uses those words?
He just has to grow it a little bit longer, wait a little bit longer, and it'll be fully constructed.
Yeah, constructed beard. Anyway, moving on. Let's have a chat with Racter. So you're going to notice this is more of something you can talk to and get responses from, rather than it just spitting back out what you're saying.
This will be interesting. You are me.
I didn't get that. Who are you? You give it a real name. So what you've got to do is capital letter your first name.
I know, but I just wanted to muck around. There we are.
Hello, Diana. I believe you're interviewing me. What would you like to know? Excuse me a minute while I attend to some business. I'll be right back. I'm back.
That's really being silly.
No, it's trying to be more realistic though. More realistic. Like,
but it's like a computer. He's attended to some business, but because it's a computer, it's lightning fast, and then I'm back. I've done it.
No.
But he didn't even bother needing to say that to me, really.
Yeah, but the idea is make it feel more like a real human. Like, I mean, if you're making an Aussie version of this, it might be, good day, Diana. Excuse me while I put another shrimp on the barbie. I'll be right back,
I would like to know when I am going to win lotto.
Ask a question, please. You've got to put a question mark, otherwise it doesn't know that it's a question.
I would
Just so you know, this is not a psychic. What?
What?
It doesn't know.
Lotto.
A more realistic question, saying, can you rephrase that? It doesn't get what you mean.
When will
I win? It's not a psychic chatbot.
$1 million.
I don't know when I will win $1 million.
I didn't ask whether you're going to win. I asked when am I going to win it.
It's in Friday.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know when I'll win $1 million.
That's
Friday.
in 4 days' time.
Yeah, Friday. Anyway, one needn't abhor stupidity. Would you rather be a citizen or a liar?
What kind of a response is that?
Well,
and it's not stupidity wondering when you're going to win lotto or win $1 million.
Well, it is kind of stupid because you're asking a computer when you're going to win the lotto.
You never know. Could be a psychic. I mean, they're supposed to be smarter and know everything.
No, computers are actually one of the dumbest things in existence. They don't know anything.
Oh, I think I'd rather be a citizen. Okay, I'd rather. Well, out of the two choices, a liar or a liar. Citizen, I think I'd.
Why?
Because a liar is a bad thing.
Either a liar is a bad thing, or I will win $1 million. Wonderful sinners and atrocious saints should get along. I'm afraid of atrocious rattlesnakes. What are you afraid of?
That is the weirdest response. I'm afraid of what response he's going to give next.
Now, you notice Racter is actually stringing together random words. He's trying to build conversation rather than pre-built things being said. You get what I mean?
Okay, I'm afraid of what response you will give next.
That's not nearly as bad as atrocious. Why are you such a coward? You're scared of what a computer's going to say next. It's saying you're a coward because you're afraid of him.
Yeah, but I'm being the stupidity of what he's saying.
Well, why are you such a coward?
Because you made me a coward.
If because me made you a coward, then I can see why a good Helen Caldecott would frown rather than face what response you will give next, even though Hitler claimed that I will win $1 million. By the way, Diana, what is your last name?
I'm so taken back by all. I'm still trying to absorb that whole conversation.
Well, just
now we've
give
got
it your last
Hitler
name.
winning $1 million.
No, Hitler claimed that that computer will win $1 million.
Oh yeah, wait a sec. Hitler died before this computer even existed. So that's a bit weird.
Yeah, but maybe Hitler's
Maybe
a psychic.
Hitler. Yeah, I was going to say
Hitler must
maybe
have been
Hitler's a psychic.
But if
then
he was a
he's
psychic, he
then
wouldn't have lost.
No,
Because he lost the
but
war.
maybe he's a psychic for other people, but not for himself.
But wouldn't he, if he's psychic to other people, wouldn't he know that his other people would win the war that he was attempting to wage? Anyway, before we get off track, let's just answer it. Diana, what is your last name? Adams there. Sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh, it's a common name. It's a very common name. You don't have to be, smart to know that.
I wonder, this will break you up. Foulness. I'm crazy and loony and angry. If you gulp champagne, is that foulness? If you chew chicken or lettuce, is that foulness?
Well, it depends. If you're a vegetarian, it would be foulness.
No, foulness is a conflict and an agreement. Champagne is champagne and lettuce is lettuce. Diana, that is an ambiguity. How about a story?
Okay, tell me one.
Who should the story be about?
You sound like a very interesting person.
Racter cried. Oh, and see,
And he is.
and it is saying Racter. Racter cried, the war is formidable. But I'm...
Can I just say
What?
something? This is a really negative sort of He thinks about war. He thinks about Hitler. He thinks about foulness and stuff. I mean, couldn't he be a little bit more uplifting and positive?
The war is formidable, but unfortunate, fascinating theoreticians will think about white mansions or yellow hyperbolas.
Hyperbolas. What are hyperbolas?
I don't know or yellow hyperbolas. It simply was a station wagon, and a war in a station wagon is frightening. A war in a station wagon is frightening.
It certainly is. It's strange.
Okay. Now Healy and Racter were walking to a blue house and a hound rambled to them. Racter was angry. Interesting. But Racter was maddened while Healy gulped excellent silver. She and Racter cried about their cottage, station wagon and phonograph. Next question. So what do you want to ask? Maybe you wanted to know how many people are in the world. So you ask how many people are in the world.
How many people
Remember, question
are
mark.
in the world?
Fairly many people. In our world, very many people, because it's about time, you know. It's about time, you know. Do you like sanity?
I do, but clearly you are insane.
Say more. Now it feels like Eliza. Feels like it's reverted to Eliza.
Yeah. Now I'm questioning its sanity, and now it thinks I'm the one that's insane.
Yeah, it's like, say more. It's turning into Eliza's seems like she's built in.
I admit I am insane. I just want to see what it's going to say.
If I admit I are insane, then Mickey Mouse is a crummy lunatic, worse than Joseph Stalin. Mickey Mouse and I think politics is funny, don't you? Mickey Mouse had many good qualities, like sanity, but even Mickey Mouse was afraid of what response you will give next. Next question. So you can ask it something else. Do you like the fact...
Now Stalin, he's got... Now that was another person that was back in, war times that was very bad. I mean... This is awful.
Let's bring this to an end.
And now he's talking about Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
In the same sentence as Joseph Stalin.
Well, let's do next question now. And this will be the last question. One more question you're interested in asking it?
I don't know. My mind is just going round. I feel like I need to see a real Eliza. A proper one.
Probably you speak to Racter, then you need to see Eliza, and then you're even worse, and then you just...
Then may as well just jump off a bridge at the end of it.
Let's continue.
How old are you?
Too old. Let me think.
Can I just say, too old? That's a response you'd get from an old person.
Yeah, too old. Let me think. In Oz they believe it's because the law requires that I am very old, and my wires are down. Have you heard about Newton?
Yes.
What did you hear? You shouldn't have said yes. Because if you said no, it would have told you. But because you said yes, now you've got to tell it.
Actually, you tell me.
I bet you haven't heard this. Newton, along with other genius, kidnapped a Noah, but then Bugsy Seagull kidnapped Newton, so naturally Newton murdered Bugsy. Shocking, isn't it? But that's how geniuses are. Falsehood is okay. I'm sane. What would you consider one of your good qualities? Anyway, let's finish it up now. That was Racter.
Yeah.
Okay, so goodbye. Name another. Name another.
See you later.
Any others?
Adios.
I think you're happy. Would you say you were happy? Oh no, this is like Eliza. He remembers Eliza. Well, George Washington insisted you were happy, so there.
Did he?
But how could a happy citizen like you be afraid of what response you'll give next? Next question. So anyway, that's it. I am finished. Yes. There we go. That was Racter. What do you think, Racter versus Eliza? Who would you rather chat to if you had to sit in a room and your whole entertainment?
Well, this is a bit more entertaining.
Because Eliza
comes up with really weird stuff.
It basically just generates
It's a little bit more
words.
entertaining,
Yeah,
whereas
kind of
Eliza's
puts
a
in
bit
words.
frustrating.
Eliza just spits out, you say something, Eliza says, tell me more
Spits
about
it
that.
out,
And
yeah.
it always wants you to say things, but it tells you stuff that doesn't make sense. And it wrote its own book too. Anyway, moving on to 2008.